resigned. Before I say another word, I need you to know that I love teaching. I feel like I was chased out of my career. I'm teaching, we're learning, like holding up that book and reading a class favorite just lit my heart on fire. And I really want to hold on to that feeling of feeling that inspiration again, because it's wonderful. I love what I do. I love teaching and I love working with families. But what I didn't tell you in that video was the incredible rock that was already sitting on my chest. I didn't know just how much weight would be added this year.
I'm doing it because I love it, or like I used to love it, but like inch by inch, more and more joy is taken from this.
They say that teaching is a work of the heart, but bit by bit, that love has been taken from our profession. I gave up a position at one of the best schools in my district because even the incredible environment there could not protect me from the rest. I've always known that education is undervalued in this country. After 10 years of trying to make my classroom a special haven for my students, I just can't do it anymore. The whole time I protected them, this system chipped away at me. And when you take this job that's a work of the heart and you chip and chip and chip away at the person that is trying to bring their heart every day to their students, soon nothing will be left. What was getting to me? Coming into work with a big smile on my face and talking to my kindergartners in my ice cream voice while fighting against a truly awful mandated curriculum. This came years forced upon us after having no curriculum at all and being told for all of my career to just make it up. From there, I had to figure out the ethics of being told to teach the bad curriculum for a few more years to show the kids are failing. They won't listen to the educators, the highly educated educators in the classroom telling them. They won't look at the other districts that have adopted and then gotten rid of this curriculum. The only thing they'll look and listen for is data. And unfortunately, it takes years for data to collect and show realistic trends. What chipped away at me was working my butt off for my master's degree just to watch master's compensation be voted down again in favor of the subjective pay-to-play national board certification program that expires every 5 years. What was chipping away at me? Learning to protect my students against all odds from society, abusive situations, a random shooter, disease, COVID, bullying, hunger, elections, and so much more. The weight is so heavy on the problems that we as teachers are asked to solve for our children. Being told that after all we went through in 2020 and 2021, that teachers are the reason the children are failing, and so we should be punished with endless professional development, tests, and surveys that only take energy away from my students. Do all of this on your own time though, and these extra responsibilities will come unpaid. I want a career where my education and my experiences will be listened to. It is exhausting to carry on the mission of people who do not know what schools are actually like. I want a career where I'm guaranteed a lunch break and I'm allowed to use the bathroom when I need to. I'm tired of feeling guilty for being a human with needs to eat, use the bathroom, and take breaks. I want a job where I'm paid fairly for the hours that I work. A job where giving 100% is enough. Believe me, the teachers you remember and love were giving at least 150%. All of those staff meetings, parent-teacher conferences, and weekends working were expected from me, but completely uncompensated. And I'm tired of being told I'll get professional development credit for it when that won't even apply towards my license renewal. It doesn't connect to the pay scale, and it's just something that sits on a transcript somewhere. Whether you're in a traditional public school, trying to reform in a charter, or doing your own thing in a unique private school, the system and its expectations are broken. Republicans will tell you that privatizing schools will fix this. It won't. These schools are micro versions of public schools, cherry picking what they do and don't like down to the population of their student body. Instead of advertising test scores, they just guarantee results to get into college or push a religious agenda. And most of these schools have at least some form of standardized testing to stay competitive. Many determine pay by looking at the local public schools. And often, private school teachers are paid even less than public school teachers with the incentive that your child can go there for a reduced price. That's right, not free, for a reduced price. price. They are a reaction to the system, not a solution. We are failing the children of America and abusing the employees who try so desperately to make it work. If you know a teacher, check on them. The weight we carry is unbelievable. So, what should you do? Educate yourself on the policies of your local and state schools. Pay attention. Question how standardized testing is being used to guide and gaslight education policy. All of our children are worth money and funding, no matter what the test scores are. Stop punishing schools for low test scores and taking away money. We barely have the basics that we need to run schools. Can you imagine finding out your child was sick and punishing them? Ask how employees are being compensated and treated, especially those in states like North Carolina without a union. Question why we aren't giving more funding to schools and teachers. It's not selfish to ask for basic standards in our schools. It's a proactive investment in our future. Once you know, vote. Tell your friends and keep voting and advocating for change. In between election cycles, write down the names of lawmakers doing things you like and those that you don't. Have a list ready come election time. Something has got to change in our public schools and with the employees of our schools. Don't you want to be a part of it?